Commissioners, May 18th, 2022. Mike, if you can take the roll, please.
Commissioner Vyers?
Here.
Commissioner Pacharich?
Here.
Commissioner Morrow?
Here.
Commissioner Mee?
Here.
Commissioner Kelly?
Here.
Commissioner Barrett?
Here.
President Fry?
Here. I believe we have a presentation.
We do.
Tonight.
We have with us Jamie Martinson, our Superintendent of Recreation, who has a presentation about our summer day camp program.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Good.
Good, how are you?
So I'm Jamie Martinson, Superintendent of Recreation Programs, and I'm here to give you a little update on how summer will be looking from the perspective of summer camps. So I'm sure, like many of you, it's kind of hard to believe that in just like 3 weeks, the schools are going to be releasing all the kids, and we'll be full-blown summer camp mode, summer mode across the district. From us in the Recreation Department, we obviously always take great pride in making sure that we have the most affordable, best options for summer camp in and around the Wheaton area. 2022 is looking to be a great camp season. We have over 2,500 kids enrolled so far and over $460,000 of gross registration revenue. We're at 100% capacity, so it's pretty exciting for us. Actually, the most exciting thing I would say for me is that we're fully staffed. As you probably saw in some other board reports, we've been struggling since like February to secure all the staff that we need. We're finally at that point where we've cleared almost 90% of our waitlisted campers. That's over 1,000 kids that were sitting on wait lists that are now in the camps of their choice, excited to be part of our programs. A good comparison for us to show our enrollment numbers is still going back to 2019. 2021, 2020, obviously, not really good comparison perspectives because of all the different mitigations and things like that that we had to follow for summer camp. So right now we're up 8% from 2019 in registration enrollment, and then we're up 33% for gross revenue, which is still pretty awesome, so we're excited about that. And then two of the exciting things that we get to finally bring back is chartering our kids off-site to field trips. So that hasn't happened since 2019, so the kids are gonna be excited to be able to go off-site to some of our favorite places throughout the summer. And then we also get to bring back our canoeing classes. So those are some things that we've unfortunately had to miss out on over the past few years that get to be part of our, our daily camp offering this year. And with that, we're just 2.5 weeks away from all the kids kind of rolling in all over the district, Community Center, Toohey Park, Northside Park, Rathje Park. So we're getting the staff in about a week to start a week-long training program, and then we'll be ready for all the kids to roll on in on June 6th. So that's summer camps in a nutshell from the rec department, and I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have.
Nice presentation, Jamie, and congrats on the camps and the staff.
Yeah.
That's pretty significant, especially
exciting.
what's happening now. So-
Yeah, absolutely.
so that's all on you. Good work.
Yeah, well, it was a good team effort. We had a lot of help from marketing and parks putting signs all over the place and, people recruiting, sending people my way. So, yeah, it all worked out, so.
Great job in bringing 1,000 more kids into our programs. That's due to your efforts, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
You had mentioned that 90% of the kids that were on the wait list are now in the camps. That 10%, is that pretty typical from previous years, that those 10% just couldn't get in because it's full?
Yeah, that's normal. We always have a handful on every single week of every single camp that, we'll see. They might trickle in based on people canceling if they plan a vacation, things like that. But yeah, that 10% is pretty standard.
So even if you got additional staff members, there wouldn't be the opportunity for those kids to get signed up?
It depends on the camp. For example, like Camp No Name, we have like a strong threshold because of the busing services.
Okay.
We can't accommodate past a certain amount, or else we're hiring an extra bus, and then it just kind of, trickles into a different kind of scenario. Some of the Northside Park camps, Toohey Park camps, those ones certainly, if we're able to get some more staff and they have a wait list, then, we'll do our best to accommodate those kids.
Great, thank you.
Good job.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. I don't believe there's community input tonight. Okay, let's move on to the consent agenda. I will need a motion for the approval of the consent agenda.
I don't mind taking a shot at it. Move to approve the consent agenda, items A through G, starting with A, approval of disbursements totaling $735,178.37 for the period beginning April 13, 2022, and ending May 10, 2022. B, approval of disbursements totaling $338,788.07 for the period beginning April 13, 2022, and ending May 10, 2022. C, approval of the regular meeting minutes for April 20, 2022. D, approval of the subcommittee minutes for May 4, 2022. E, approval of the November 17, 2021 closed session minutes. And finally, G, approval of the amended 2022 regular meeting schedule.
Second.
We have a motion by me, a second by Morrell. Mike, please.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Pacharich?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett?
Yes.
President Fry?
Yes. Moving on, we have no unfinished business tonight. Moving to new business. I need a motion for the approval of ordinance 2022-02.
I move to approve ordinance 2022-02, disposal and sale of personal property owned by the Wheaton Park District.
Second?
A motion by Vyers, a second by Pacharich. Any comments? Mike?
Commissioner Pacharich?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
President Fry?
Yes. Moving on, point number 2, motion for the proposed amendments to the financial policies of the Wheaton Park District.
I make that motion.
Second.
A motion by Morrell, a second by Kelly.
Bob, if I could.
This is a
comments?
housekeeping.
I do have a comment. Just for those who are tuning in at home, the original version of the changes to the financial policies did include a provision in there that would extend out the audit period, that we'd allow our retention of the audit company doing audits beyond 6 years. We're up against that limit this year with our current auditor. But the board as a whole discussed the matter, and we've kept or kind of clarified a provision in there that after 6 years, we're going to require a change in auditors to bring in a fresh firm. And so when this period's up, we'll definitely have a new auditor for the next 3-year period. The idea behind that and the board's preference on that was based on the fact that it would be a fresh set of eyes, it would be a new firm, would help rule out maybe some complacency or oversights that have been done in the past. So we think that's a strong policy, and I'm glad that the board decided to make that change to the proposed changes to the financial policies. That's all I have.
Anyone else? Good point, John.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Pacharich?
Yes.
President Fry?
Yes. Moving on. We need a motion for the National Recreation and Parks Association Educational Conference and Exposition, September 20th through the 22nd, 2022 in Phoenix, Arizona.
I move to approve the attendance of 2 commissioners for the National Recreation and Parks Association Educational Conference and Exposition, September 20th to the 22nd, 2022 in Phoenix, Arizona, at a cost not to exceed $3,000 per commissioner.
Second.
We have a motion by Morrell, a second by Barrett. Mike?
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Pacharich?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
President Fry?
Yes. Moving on to new business number 4. We need a motion for the approval of the Arrowhead Golf Club Asphalt Path Replacement Project.
I move to approve change order 1 in the amount of $2,764 with Evans & Son.
Second.
A motion by Pacharich, a second by me. Mike?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
New business number 5. We need a motion for the professional services proposal from Wright Engineering for concept planning and design for Arrowhead Golf Club parking lot.
Move to approve the proposal from White Engineering for concept planning and design for Arrowhead Golf Club parking lot at a cost of $11,500.
Second.
A motion by me, a second by Kelly. Any comments? Ray?
A question, we're doing this parking lot and we're doing the parking lot at the community center. Have we given any thought to providing electrical hookups for future electric cars?
As part of teeing up this engineering concept analysis, no. If that is something that the board wishes us to include, I don't know if this would be the venue for that planning. It could be. We'd be happy to provide options through the design process. This particular action is more specifically related to assessing the condition of the parking lot towards establishing a capital plan for either 2023 or 2024 and providing an order of magnitude for cost of replacement for different design scenarios.
But I think if we have any desire to do it, and I don't know if we do, we ought to keep it in our plan somewhere. And as they're progressing, we bring it up and deal with it. I mean, I don't know.
I was going to propose we talk about whether we present it to the engineers, because there'll be a design fee involved, so we should make the decision if we think that's something we as a taxing body should be providing or not. And I think we should discuss at the subcommittee level.
Agree.
I agree with John.
And then if the board chooses, subsequent to that discussion, we can certainly add an addendum to this proposal.
You can get a change order from
Correct.
them to design the,
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to
Totally
bring it
agree.
up.
Good point, Ray. Mike?
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries.
Moving on to new business number 6. We need a motion for bid results, Cosley Zoo entrance, paver, and repair replacement.
I move to approve the low bid from Innovation Landscape, Inc., base bid of $58,600, unit costs for remove and reinstall $135 per square yard, and unit costs for remove and haul off $850 per truckload.
second.
We have a motion by Pacharich, a second by Kelly. Mike. Any comments first?
For me.
Nope.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Pacharich.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
President Fry.
Yes. New business number 7. We need a motion for the approval of the quotes for the installation of 2 furnace air conditioning units at 855 Prairie Office Building. Somebody jump into it.
Move to approve the quote from MG Mechanical Service for $15,000, $15,400.
Second.
A motion by me, a second by Barrett.
I'll take the roll. Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Pacharich.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
President Fry.
Yes. Moving on to reports from staff.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
We never get to see you.
I'm still here.
Thank goodness.
Hopefully, you've all had a chance to at least glance through our annual report from 2021. Despite some of the challenges we still were dealing with in '21 with COVID, I think we had a really great year. We were fortunate to be a facility that had high interest with people wanting to get outside, so that worked in our favor. But I do apologize for I need to work on Wyoming and Hawaii.
You need
Yeah.
to what? What was that, Sue? You need to do what?
Need to work on Wyoming and Hawaii.
Oh,
They
okay.
haven't attended.
So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Anyone?
When's this bird flu going to be over? Do you know?
Yeah, we don't know. We're hoping that migration typically starts to slow down the end of May. So we're hoping that we'll start seeing it ease off towards the end of May. So we'll have to we're assessing it week to week, keeping an eye on cases every day. And
And the warm weather impacts that too, I think, no?
not terribly. It unfortunately lives in the environment for months. So,
The birds are flocking together, right?
yep. And the carriers are the waterfowl.
Yep.
Gary.
Thank you, sir. Sue, real nice graphics and photos. You know, they really stood out. And then, you know, I want to read a couple of the quotes from your message, you know, into the record. You know, one of them, Cosley Zoo has now been accredited under the AZA, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, for 21 consecutive years. That's pretty significant. Good job, Sue. And, you know, kudos to the staff. And then, you know, here's another one of your quotes. knowing that our little zoo measures up to the highest standards in the world, making Cosley Zoo one of the premier small zoos in the country. I mean, this is not a petting zoo. This is a real zoo, and, you know, significant. And I can't fail to mention, you know, all the work in, you know, the Blandings Turtle Recovery Project. I mean, for us to be involved in any kind of conservation effort like that is significant. And, you know, you've already mentioned that, you know, what our visitation is, but, you know, you got in 2021 alone, you know, you got visitors from over half of the counties in Illinois, you know, and we got visitors from all but two of our states. That's pretty significant. So once again, it's a reflection on, you know, certainly you and the zoo and the Park District. So thanks.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Sue, what would you say has been the greatest I mean, obviously COVID, but going forward, what is the biggest thing that you want to see happen to the zoo in the next, say, 3 years or 5 years? What would be your greatest vision for the zoo?
Good question. Well, obviously, the parking expansion is going to be key to everything that we do in the future. And I think, you know, I hate to say it, but we're kind of an aging facility, as, you know, and thank you all for approving some of the projects we're doing right now, replacing decks and things to help, you know, freshen that up. But keeping us relevant, bringing in new animals, keeping, you know, us of interest to people, I think is gonna, you know, is always gonna be something that's important and a challenge. But yeah, I think if we can get that parking done, then I feel like we have an open, you know, kind of no holds barred. We have a lot of things we can do to always bring people in with new exhibits and stuff, so.
Great, thank you.
Anyone else for Sue? Thank you.
Thanks, Sue.
Thank you.
Mike, Executive Director, anything?
Yeah, two things. We've commended to your attention an update of our government directory for the Wheaton Park District, which is meant to be one-stop shopping for everything from our broad organizational structure, articulation of our mission and vision and core values, snapshots of our funding, revenues in and expenses out, as well as an outline of appropriate communication direction for all of our affiliate organizations, such as the Cosley Zoo Foundation, the Play for All Foundation, the Museum Foundation, our Baseball Board of Control, Rams football, and so forth. So it's a great tool that we post on our website and make available in our facilities for anybody that's interested in having a high-level view of everything that the Park District touches. Secondly, I'll echo, I guess I have three items. I'll echo Jamie's comments about the excitement around summer beginning in earnest. Obviously, several of our facilities have already been going gangbusters on these unseasonably warm days, whether it be the zoo or Lincoln Marsh or Arrowhead. But with school letting out and camps beginning and the pools opening up on June 4th, the Cream of Wheaton coming that first weekend in June as well, and then the kickoff of our summer entertainment series from May through October is really the Park District's time to shine, and we want to encourage all of our constituents and all of our board members as well to make sure they take advantage of engaging in a lot of these wonderful activities that our staff works so hard to provide across the park system. Towards that end, one particular word of thanks and congratulations to Adam Lewandowski and his team in the athletics department for recently hosting a close to 200-team soccer tournament where his team hosted, what year was this? We've hosted this tournament now. It's about 5 or 6 years we've been putting this together in the spring. Significant amount of effort across two main park facilities at Graff and Seven Gables. Folks from all over northern Illinois coming to Wheaton to enjoy their chosen sport for their kids and stimulate the local economy along the way. So excellent job. We appreciate that strong effort and keep up the good work.
The parking was fantastic. I live over by Seven Gables, and there's no issues whatsoever. They did a great job. Monthly department.
I believe that Dan Novak was on neighbor relations. Always a great job. Thanks, Dan.
Adam did great, to be honest. His team, it was so smooth.
Anyone, monthly department reports, anyone have any? John?
This is probably for Andy, I guess. When I was perusing the financials, I saw that golf fees are down about 20% this year to date versus last year, which frankly didn't surprise me in the least, considering that 2021 will probably be the gold standard as far as golf years are concerned for the foreseeable future. And also the weather's been terrible for anybody who plays golf. It's been awful, right? So that didn't surprise me. What really stuck out to me was a more positive number, which was our food and beverage number. Last year, year to date, that number was about $500,000. And this year, it's over $1 million. So it's more than doubled. And then is that weddings and stuff coming back online, or is there something else to attribute that to, after, post-COVID kind of rejuvenation?
Back in spring, they just had the restaurant open at like 25%. So, and then banquets was pretty much, I think, 25 people or less. So most of it was banquets that we made up that $500,000.
So we're coming back to life after COVID.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
it's great to see. So good job.
I agree with you about the terrible spring weather.
That's been awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Any other comments? Ray?
I just want to congratulate the athletic department, all the different programs. Their registrations are up, and it looks fantastic, so good job, guys. Want to welcome Alex DeSario is the new Parks Plus Fitness Center manager. When does he come on?
June 6th.
June 6th.
June 6th? Oh, yeah, I see that there. Well, that's always nice when we steal somebody from another district.
It happens to us enough.
Have we heard any negative impact on the opening of the pools at June 4th as opposed to Memorial?
We had an e-blast go out on the 19th, or the other day, and then we got another one scheduled for next week. Had all of 2 replies. One asked why, and again, explained it, staff training, staff orientation, staff onboarding. And the other one was more interested in lap swimming. So out of that whole e-blast, honestly, 2 replies.
Okay, great. And did we get a $750,000 grant for the museum?
We did.
I couldn't understand that, the way it was written, I guess. But we got $750,000?
We received notice of it. We're waiting for the actual grant agreement.
The money?
We're waiting for the grant agreement, which should arrive. You know, this is the steps that things take with the state of Illinois. We received a notice that, everything's green light with our grant. We will receive a grant agreement. Should be very soon. Subsequent to that, we'll be coming to the board with an intergovernmental agreement, which will manage our roles between ourselves and DuPage County for the execution of this grant. And then after we execute the project, then we'll put in for reimbursement.
Is that a 80-20, 50-50? What?
We're 100%. We put a grant in to spend up to $750,000, no match.
Oh,
So
cool. All right. We're using paint or some stabilizer in our paint to retard the grass growth. Is that working out all right?
Yeah, we need to do something because, a lot of commodity issues that we're dealing with, we're having a tough time getting paint. So it's not something that, we try lightly because that does persist, but we're trying a new product that we think is going to work out for us. So again, it's early in the season, it's hard to tell, but we'll know when we start moving fields and how long that persists.
Wasn't really a criticism. I think it's great the staff's looking at ways of trying to reduce labor costs and expense costs for supplies, so that's good job. And again, Jamie, great job getting 1,000 kids off of a wait list. 1,000 more kids are going to be able to participate in our summer programs, and I think that's wonderful.
Hundreds of more parents will be really happy.
Yeah. And, we're the Lincoln Marsh with the climbing tower, have they ever thought about offering some kind of drop-in program or registration program for actual classes of?
There are some in the program guide.
Are there?
There are. There are climbing tower
Okay,
programs.
then I missed it. That's okay.
We'd be happy to sign you up.
Yeah, no, I don't,
If he doesn't sign him up.
I don't
sign
like
himself
heights.
up, I'm
I
going
don't
to
like
sign him up.
heights. But I can remember years ago, I presented to the board a program for a climbing wall, and they shot me down. And then the marsh people, years later, snuck it in, and nobody knew it was there until it was there.
No, in all defense of the Marsh people, that was me.
And then I already asked about the avian influenza. I've got a backyard waterfall that I don't want to turn on until it's safe. So, thank you. That's all I have. Good job, guys.
Terry?
Ray and I must have collaborated, but, so I'll try to make it brief. But Dan, great report on the athletics. They're still going strong, and nobody's shying away from Rams football, so, keep up the good work. Ray mentioned our near future new Parks Plus manager. Look forward to that. And I think that Magdalena's been doing a good job, in Michelle's absence. Rob, sometimes, I feel like I fail to mention your group, but, your Parks and Planning staff, and you're keeping us looking good, so keep up the good work. Ray's already mentioned that $750,000 museum grant. That's a lot of money. Is that going to cover the whole project, Mike, or what?
The project's being designed up to that amount, so for a
Cool.
130-year-old building, there's always plenty of things to spend money on, so.
Yeah, and
But it gets a significant amount of the building envelope work that we teed up back in 2008 when we took control of the facility completed. There'll be a handful of things left to do to tighten up the rest of that building envelope, in particular windows. But this takes care of a significant portion of it, subsequent to handling the roof, and then from the inside of the building, the complete replacement of the HVAC program.
Well done. I also want to thank and recognize our customer service staff at Community Center. I'm in there quite a bit, and Sue and Lynn and Rick, they're always working in there. They're taking care of business in there. Sue, continuing donations to Cosley. We must be doing something right, huh? I mean, and thanks to our supporters. And Andy, looks like the banquets team, recognized again. I've gotten compliments, from some of our recent holiday brunches. So somebody likes us, but they're very complimentary of our staff and, what we're doing for them. And last but not least, before Commissioner Kelly gives me a crack, I was at the Go Fly a Kite event, as was our exec director. Week ago Saturday, right, Mike? It was well attended. What a great day to fly a kite, too. I didn't fly one, but there were a lot of people out there doing it. It was a nice day for a change. So staff did a great job. That's it.
Anyone else? I do not believe, unless I'm wrong, there's discussion on subcommittee reports from anyone? All right, I will need a motion for the approval of moving into closed session for point B, purchase or lease of real property, 5 ILCS 120-2, and C, setting a price for sale or lease of property owned by the public body, 5 ILCS 1202.
So moved.
Wait a minute, are we coming out for any type of statement?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So we're moving to adjourn then.
Yes.
Second.
Who gave the motion? Motion by Byers, a second by Kelly.
Oh, I got to take the roll, sorry.
Gotta take the roll.
Getting ahead of myself. Commissioner Byers?
Yes.
Commissioner Pacharich?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow? Commissioner Me? Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett?
Yes.
President Fry?
Yes.